Right? So
I've got invoices from Big Spring Mills since 2015.
right,
for
but
us
a
to,
representative of Big Spring Mills was there.
And if he had turned around to this sergeant and said, we want them to tow the car, we'd let him tow the car. That conversation never occurred, though.
Here's my issue, though. Hold on.
Okay, then if I'm already hooked up to it, see, nobody, you didn't have a problem. Nobody had a problem until Total Car Care
and
showed
threw a
up.
fit, and he spoke privately with the fire chief separately, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, it was a problem. Nobody had exactly.
That right there is what we're trying to get to. Y'all don't know the conversation that's going on in the back.
For the next zone, okay, on heavy
Sure.
okay? Whoever it had to be. Could have been Prices, could have been Campus.
Exactly. I understand totally what you're saying.
Whoever it is, I don't know. It's up to the dispatch center.
But if I'm already there hooked to it, and the guy from Big Spring Mills already knows what I'm doing, and she's on the phone with Bob, with the owner, then
okay, then put yourself in the other company. Let's say we called you, and you show up, and somebody's already hooked to it.
Has been done. I don't know how many times.
All day long.
All day long.
In fact, All-Call showed up on the scene when we got called out for y'all on the bridge over Janelle on 460. We already had the car on the rollback. He shows up in his pickup truck throwing a fit saying that customer had called him to come tow it. So the deputies were like, well, where is your truck? And that's what they do.
No. Because we'd already had it on the bed. I mean,
here's the deal. We have told all towers, okay, and I've talked to you about it before, and I've talked about it in the towing agreement. We're not self-dispatching ain't gonna work, okay?
Right.
If you show up on a scene and you haven't been requested by law enforcement, unless the owner or the driver of that vehicle is standing there going, yeah, we want him to tow it, we're going with the next zone.
Right.
Because I don't want to get in a situation to where we're calling the same record, okay? I tell our guys, if you better be able to tell me if it's a owner's request, it was the driver of that vehicle, and I better be able to go back and ask that driver, did they request this? Because I don't want to get in a situation to where you or anybody else calls in and says, hey, you're giving all the tows to this guy, and I look back and they're all under his request log, and I go out and I start calling drivers and they're like, well, I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that. I don't want to get in that situation.
Right.
Okay? So if it's an owner's request, they have to be able to say it was either the driver or the owner. And if it's the owner, they need to tell me his name or her name.
I just want to be fair. I mean, I don't have. We do stuff for the state all the time. We do for the town, and I never had any
complaints.
And it's just,
none.
And I'm not accusing neither one of you because I don't think y'all know what's going on. I don't know this guy right here. I mean, I don't think he knows what's going on either. But there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff the fire department's going on.
Yes, I don't think you all are telling the truth, and you've done called him a liar, and we just left talking to the people you say you were on the phone with.
Yeah, I talked to Bob yesterday.
You're off the list, and you can start your Facebook campaign.
That's fine. It's not a Facebook campaign. It's actually with Richmond representatives and a FOIA request.
Please call.
Thank you.
And what do you want?
While you're at it, hire a lawyer and send him to talk to me.
I already have.
Thank you.
I already have.
What do you want your FOIA request? Because it's very vague as to what you're asking.
No, I'll get the lawyer to do it.
That's fine. We'll send you what we got then, because we don't control.
I mean, we're trying to talk here being
I'm
nice,
trying,
but
he's all puffed up and mad because the citizens dare say something to our sheriff. That's bullshit.
See, that's bullshit right there.
And he won't get reelected either. He won't, because everybody notices. Everybody notices what Montgomery County.
You know, we even notice in Montgomery County also they can't stand him because they know what.
Everybody knows.
Clear the warning. Clear the warning.
Clear the warning. Show me clear the warning. Show me clear the warning. Everybody knows.
And we're lying.
I'm tired of
being
bullied.
To save his ass.
I'm tired of it.
Do what?
Oh, I said, I guess we're lying to so he can cover his ass.
Well,
prove that we're lying. What are we lying about?
Well, yeah. I've got invoices right here from Big Spring Mill that we've towed for him for the past 2 years.
The guy said they tow for us.
That's right.
But there is no contract.
Of course, it's semantics at that point.
The email says we do all, any and all, and we have a contract. There's no contract.
It's a term. It's contract towing.
Why was Charlie Brown's? Why did Charlie Brown have 2 records show up on scene there too?
No idea.
Okay. Well, we've seen 2 of Charlie Brown's records show up and then leave.
Oh, they called.
Who called?
The owner, Mr. Guy from Big Spring Mills, because he said you told him that the co-company was getting it would take it to an impound lot in Christiansburg and not release it to him, and he wanted to take it to Roanoke, so he called them to come get it.
No, we talked to him on the phone to that, and he told us that we should have got it. We talked to Bob
I
himself.
talked to Bob himself this morning, and that's what he just told me.
I think his employee. Honestly, Brad, I know you guys don't understand all the crap that's going on down here. I think there's a lot of dirty dealings with the fire department in Elliston. I think they do. I'm going to look in to see if anybody's receiving kickbacks from towing companies, because I think they are. And there's a fire department employee that works for him that was on scene yesterday and told him yesterday before anybody else showed up. The rescue was on scene. Said, where are you taking this? Donnie said, I'll take it anywhere you want. He said, can you take it to Highway Motors? He said, fine. That'd be great.
And everything was a done deal.
Everything was fine.
Until
That's
Total
why when I talked to the gentleman this morning, Miss Bob, whoever, he said that he wanted to take it to Roanoke.
Right, that's what we're going to do.
That he uses Brown. If he's in Roanoke and something breaks down in Roanoke, he uses Brown and Sons or whoever they are to come get it down there.
Because it's cheaper.
And that he was going to have them take it down there because you guys had told him that Lancaster's or whoever was getting it was going to take it to Christiansburg, and that's why he called him. Okay.
But that don't make any sense.
So that's Donnie. I mean, I'm not making it up.
I'm going to go down there and talk to Bob myself. We've already talked to Bob yesterday, so I'm gonna find out what's
Go talk to
going on.
him.
I knew
That's what
today would be
that's what he told
different
me
than
this morning.
yesterday.
The fact of the matter is, we're doing the best we can.
Right.
Okay. And we're trying to be as fair as we can, and that's why we have a rotation list.
Right.
Okay. Now this is probably going to make us go away from it. We're probably just going to put an RFP out and have people bid on the towing.
That'd be great.
Yeah, it would.
And whoever gets it and agrees to tow for this price,
That'd be
will tow,
great.
and whoever won't.
All of our trucks are paid for.
And
We can
that'll be
underbid
that.
everybody.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You know, because I'm getting tired of it. I've got better things to do than deal with this stuff.
Right.
I'm not saying it's not important, because it's very important to you. It's your livelihood.
Yeah.
But on the scale of everything, it's a very simple concept. The problem is we don't want people self-dispatching. Okay, you all call. I don't want any of it. Okay, and if I hear about it, and I've heard about it before, and I've called other towing companies, say you can't do this.
Right.
You can't self-dispatch. And I've told them flat out, if you show up at a scene and we haven't called you, and there ain't an owner there saying, hey, I want them to tow it, we're going to turn you around. Because I can't get into people listening to the scanner showing up. We've had that in the past.
So absolutely. I mean, if you scanner chase, that's one thing. But you know, when we're towing for these people, and it's, you know, just like the guy with the car, it's our neighbor. You know,
Right.
I don't see.
Well, the guy with the car is standing there, and he says, yeah, it's fine. That's owner's request. Plain and simple. It's owner's request. The man's on scene.
Yeah.
Okay? If he says that's who I want. Now, the problem that gets into is, you know, a lot of people down here. I'm sure Lancaster knows a lot of people in Christiansburg, and I'm sure other people know a lot of people. If you just happen to start showing up all over the place, and you know everybody, and you're trying to talk them into letting them tow, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying any of you, that's going to cause more issues.
Right.
All total.
And we don't do that.
That's why we try to have a list.
Right.
That's why we try to say X zone, okay? Or if it's owner's request, and I go check into it, I want to be able to talk to a driver or an owner and say, yeah, I want it all call, I want it affordable, I want it whoever. Okay, good deal, thank you. Last thing I want to do is call them and say, no, I didn't make the request, because now I got a problem.
Right.
You know, and I don't want that problem.
Right.
Okay? I don't want that. I don't know what people are talking about, deputies with race cars or any of that stuff. I don't have a clue.
My thing was the deputies telling the other deputy, make sure they don't give us any business anymore. That was my deal. That's what pissed me off.
That was not said, because I was down there.
Okay.
You're getting your information from.
We're getting our information from a man that was standing right there on scene. He made a point to come up here and tell us what he heard. I don't see why
I already
he would
have 4
lie.
guys down
There's
there.
no
We've
reason
already
for him
swept
to.
up. We already swept up the whole road.
We cleaned up
We
the
didn't.
entire scene.
And you guys.
We didn't sweep up the road down there.
I'm not saying you didn't sweep the road.
You just shook your head and said you didn't.
You said you swept up the entire road. There was tons of debris left on the road that.
Yeah, also somebody with the fire department went down and told my guy's
His teenage daughter
that works at Hales that we left some chains out in the middle of the
You're getting information at second hand. I was there, and I was.
That doesn't have anything to do with the shirts on.
Yeah.
We was there. Well, we're having a problem with the
I'm
fire
talking
department.
about the
doing a lot of stuff.
unprofessional manner of yesterday.
Okay.
The whole
Plain and simple.
thing.
Can't control a bit of what the fire department says, does.
Well, now it seems like retaliation. Brad's complaining and y'all kicked us off the list. That looks like retaliation. So that's what it's going to come across as.
You know, the
Because I've read the towing agreement. I used to do contract work all the time. There's nothing in the towing agreement that says you have to be removed from the list for specific reasons. I've read it a million
But
times.
we've reserved the right to remove people from the list. It's in there.
It looks like retaliation. I'm gonna talk to our lawyer about it.
Well, we've got lawyers too.
Okay.
I know.
And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Okay. The fact of the matter is, this is a continuing deal.
It is.
Yeah, and that's why y'all should raise your eyebrows.
And the moped, you sitting there having long enough time to get my story together. The
Right.
story is this: I called the 911 center and I asked them, "Did you call anybody else for this, or was that the only call?" We called affordable first. They declined it. We called the next day and they come and got it.
No.
That's not what they told him on the
Chip
phone.
Schrader told me when I talked to him that 2 other companies turned it down, and all 3, and they had to get all
One of them
together.
said he was 45 minutes away, and the other one said he was on the interstate.
So then he lied
That's
to
not
me.
what the dispatch center said.
Well, that's
Well,
what Chip
the
told me.
FOIA request will show
I'll
it.
ask Chip that.
That's going to be really interesting with the FOIA
Yeah.
request.
FOIA.
Because Total Car Care gets a lot of owner's request calls for Pennsylvania plates.
Yeah.
A lot.
FOIA
Out of state.
Last person before you didn't found out they got more toes than anybody else, but you go do it.
That's fine.
Go do it.
Yeah,
He did it to
it's
state
Chip the
police,
moped
too.
deal, man. And, well, first of all, you know, we've got 2 different companies. This right here is Affordable Automotive and Towing. Up there is Affordable Towing. 2 different business licenses, 2 different companies, 2 different truck registrations. You took both off the list at the same time.
Right.
How?
And-
You understand.
Then why didn't you take me and everybody else off the list?
Why the other 2 didn't go off the
No, you
list?
can't have you turning down toes and saying, I'm not going to come get this because it's not profitable.
Okay, then you turned down 2. You
Plain
took
and
2
simple.
different companies off the list. How can you do that?
So
If only one, if you got a problem with one, then how'd you take 2 off the list?
you can't.
You
Same
can't.
company.
You can't. But
No, no,
also,
no,
no. It is.
no. Okay, so Total Car Care is the same company, but he's on the list twice with 2 different names. He's the same company.
It's the
Everybody
same
knows
company,
he's the
same
same
ownership.
company.
Then how
Right.
come all the time we see in Total Car Care get calls and Total Truck Service, or they got a truck that says Total Car and Truck Service?
Or they hook up with their
No.
service truck.
Yeah. So why hasn't anything been done about that?
It's just like you guys. Okay, you got one here, you got one up there.
No, but in the agreement it says you have to show up with the trucks that have been requested, and we know he doesn't.
Yeah.
He shows up with whatever he's got.
Then
In
show me
fact,
proof
he's
that
got
he
a
has.
service
And I'll do something about it.
truck with
Okay,
a
I
quick
think my
snatch on the
driver's got
back.
a. Well,
He's got pictures
it won't
of
do
it.
no good. If I show you proof or something, it's just
It
gonna
won't
be our
matter.
fault.
It won't matter. The little people get kicked around. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's,
And the fact is, here's a good example for you. Hank Partin put us back on the list on January 18th. It is April 5th. We have gotten 3 calls for this zone down here. One for a DUI impound, one for a wheel falling off, and another one for a flat tire. That's it. So how many has E&E and Ellison Mobile gotten for accident calls? Because I know we hear them on the scanner all the time.
send a request to
So-
the 911 center and ask them. I don't even have that record anymore.
Yeah, I just think it's funny that in 4 months we've gotten 3 calls
Okay.
for down here. That's normal.
It is.
It wasn't normal before we started complaining.
Well, FOIA.
Because now there's deputies that say, make
So
sure these
how
people
about the
don't
other
give you
people's
business.
complaints? Because you know we've talked to other towing companies that they
And they
complain
say
you
raise
too.
hell all the time.
Yeah. So why aren't they being taken off the list?
You're getting taken off the list today because you accused him of being a liar, number one, and we have an email from you saying that you have a contract with them, but you don't. Okay?
It's semantics.
Yeah.
Well, it's words.
So as a citizen and a taxpayer and a business owner, we can't call our character of our police in question without being punished for it? Is
Yeah,
that
that's
how
exactly
it works
what you're
now?
You can. Sure you
And
can.
no, obviously
But you
not,
can't
because we
send
get
an
kicked
email.
off
None
the
of
list
this,
of how
none
we
of
make
this
a
went on
living.
down there.
It's how we make a living.
You can't send emails with falsehoods.
He come over to me and asked me
Semantics.
who called me down there, and I said nobody. I do all the towing.
Your
for them.
idea and his account, of
Hey,
course.
Lonnie, come here, man.
Of course he's going to tell you we were wrong. Why would he admit to doing something wrong? He'd
Well,
have it in his
down
personnel
there.
file. And that would go against him.
Yeah, he asked us.
We're not. Here's my thing. I don't want special treatment. I don't want people to pick us all the time. I want it to be fair. That's all. I just want it to be fair, and that's all I've ever asked for. We make a living doing this. I don't have mommy's money like Derek Lancaster has. I don't have mommy's and daddy's money like Robert Young has. This is it.
Nothing.
The fact of the matter is, you're sitting here saying we put you back on the list, and somehow we're cutting you out of toes.
Okay, there's 2 people here now saying that what that guy said is a lie. My driver was standing right beside him and said he never said that.
Okay. All right.
So, but you're going to believe him?
And I'll ask my sons. They were there too.
Yeah, our son was there too.
Yeah, well, believe me, there's no reason to lie to you.
Sure he does.
Of course he does.
You
You know how bad it looks for him to have a complaint in his personnel file?
I'm done.
I know how bad it looks. I used to work for the state.
I'm done.
I know how bad it looks for him. Roll your eyes on all you want to. I don't know if y'all realize it or not, but bad and corrupt cops is a bad deal right now.